is the producer. I mean, I have so much respect for them, and I thank them so much. And Mike Stover, who has MTS Records, which is the label I'm on, I really appreciate them getting behind me and believing in the project, and actually, making me a better person, a better singer, a better artist, helping me on this project, because this is a big deal for me. This is this is a real big deal, and I don't want to take anybody for granted.
About how many instruments do you play?
Instruments? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't play anything real well. I sort of dabble in the piano a little bit, and a little bit on the guitar. When I go out to do some shows, I've opened up for a lot of different people. I usually have a band behind me, or acoustic or whatever. But I recently added a girl to my show. It's just actually pretty much me and her going out and do these little gigs right now. She plays piano and guitar, and we're adding that to the show. And she's real excited about being a part of what I'm doing. And her name's Kate Soller, and she's also a music director for a church, a nearby church here. So she's going to probably teach me a few things. So that's something I want to do, and get a little bit better on both of those instruments before I really go out and let people know I can do it. That's one of my goals I want to do this year.
Well, with songwriting, I mean, obviously it seems like the lyrics maybe come first to you, or maybe I have an idea of a melody. Tell me a little bit about that process.
A lot of times when I'm looking, I might get an idea in my head, and I go with that. Usually it's a melody, and then I'll start writing the words and the lyrics to it. I like to listen to people. A lot of times they say the best things, just not thinking they're saying something that's really, that's great for a song. And I usually, hey, that's a great idea for a song. And I have a book, I write them down. And actually, two of the songs that are on the album, one's called Whiskey to Me. I was actually at a picnic, and there was an older lady sitting there, and a friend of mine, and they were talking about something. All of a sudden, she said real loud, "Well, that sounds like whiskey to me." And I said, "Oh, that's a perfect song." So that's one of the songs that are on the album. But most of the time, it's a melody or something that somebody says, and then it just starts growing. It could take a year to write a song, or it could take a half hour. I wrote a song one night. A friend of mine was doing Relay for Life. It's a cancer fundraising event, and she was going to do a video for it. And she came to me and she said, "Could you write a song about cancer victims and the Relay for Life?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll try." And that night I went to bed. I woke up the next morning, it was in my head, and I wrote the song like in 10 minutes. So it just all depends. But a lot of times I listen to other people. I get the melody or the lyrics going, one or the other. And then there's some different programs that I use on a computer that one's called Chord Pulse. So I usually have the melody going, and I can use this Chord Pulse program to get some type of music behind it, piano, drums, guitars. And so I sort of work with that, as, to start the song. Then sometimes I took one song that really didn't have anything behind it, took it into the studio, and I said, "Listen to this." And, by the end of the day, we had a whole song. So these guys are talented too. But that's usually my process in writing.
Well, obviously a couple of songs that you probably didn't have on the album, they'll probably hopefully go on the next one as well. I mean, but obviously concentrating on this one right now. It's coming out on the 26th, and hopefully we'll have some stuff open where you can start performing again. Where can people find you on social media?
I have a website. It's, of course, www.gary-pratt music. gary-prattmusic.com. And once you get on that site, you can go to any sites that I have there. There's Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, iTunes, all the different sites. There's also a link where you can actually pre-order the album, Something Worth Remembering. It's right on the first page. You can go there and you'll go to Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, all the music sites, Amazon. But you'll find a lot of information about me on that site, and proud of that site too, because I did it all myself. And I just updated it. So it took a process to get that done too. So I've been working on that. So if you guys check it out, hit me up an email or whatever and tell me if you like it or not. And let me know if you like the songs. And like I said, this is a big deal for me. And any support that I can get, I appreciate it so much.
Anything else you want to add?
Not really. I think I thanked everyone I need to thank. Yeah, I do want to add some. I have two other fellow label artists on my album. Matt Weston does some backup for me on a few songs, and I do a duet on the album also with a girl who I met. Actually, I heard her voice online through my producer. She's on the label too, and her name's Savannah. And one of the songs I wrote, I always thought it should be a duet. So we recorded it as just myself doing the lead. And I said to Brian, I said, I really think this song should be a duet. He's like, well, who do you want to get? And I'm like, I'd really like to get somebody on the label. And I said, Savannah's really, I love her voice. And I said, but I know she's in Nashville and I'm up here in Pittsburgh. And he's like, well, let's go to Nashville. So we took a ride down to Nashville, and I met Savannah for the first time. And of course, she had a copy of the song, and we ended up going to Omni Studios and we did the vocals for that. And the song turned out awesome. So I want to thank both Savannah and Matt for being on the album. And a guy named Joe Monroe did some keyboards too. I want to thank him. And of course, Mike Stover, MTS Records, for really taking this chance on me and promoting me. And I'm just, I'm grateful. And thank you for interviewing me and taking the time today. I appreciate it. This is my first Zoom, so this is fun. I haven't done one of these yet.
Yeah, no problem at all. And best of luck to you coming up, and congratulations on the new album.
Thank you. You keep in touch, okay? God bless.
You guys can check us out on social media on Facebook, Somewhere in Vegas, and at SWIV on Twitter. You guys can find us on Instagram at SWIV Podcast. That's at SWIV Podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe on any of your podcast catchers, including iTunes, and our home at Spreaker.com, as well as wherever you get your podcasts. You guys can even subscribe to us on iHeartRadio, or even ask Alexa to play Somewhere in Vegas for the latest episodes. We drop these things every Monday and Wednesday, so definitely check it out as well, and check out our archives at Spreaker.com. Thanks a lot for joining us, and we'll talk to you next time.